Yeah, but this was neat.
Yeah.
This was neat. So
you didn't zip line back down, according to your
not.
story.
Again, let me tell y'all what y'all need to know. Please look up the days that cruise ships come in.
I was literally thinking as we're talking about the experiences and activities, your competition is cruise ships.
Yes. So find out when the cruise ships come in and don't do activities that day.
They come in a mass, yeah.
Make that your beach day.
Absolutely.
Because
great point.
That will determine how long or short, how easy or hard your ability to experience these things are.
Yeah, because those cruise ships come in and they drop off hundreds of people.
Yes.
And that, like, they are just here to do excursions, you
that
know?
Day.
So you are competing with hundreds of people depending on the activities you want to do.
Precisely. So
definitely.
The day I did went to the Flying Dutchman was a cruise ship day. And
yeah.
I was like,
I'm going to sit this one out.
This was silly.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, y'all. Hey. Welcome to another episode of Travel,
Fly, Sexy.
I'm your co-host, Natasha Terrell, owner of Travel Goddess International.
And I'm your co-host, Sincerely Jasmine, founder of Boss Babes Love Brunch.
Period. Today, guys, we're taking you to... Where we going, Jazz?
Oh, you was waiting for me. Sorry. I thought she was... Because y'all know Tosh be animated, so I thought she was going to give us like a St. Martin.
And I was.
Like,
and then...
So I was waiting for the...
I was. But then I was like...
You do it better than me. You do it.
Well, all right, guys. Well, today we're taking it to St. Martin.
See?
I was going to do it. And I was like, let me loop you in. So this episode is all about St. Martin,
yes.
A destination that is increasingly becoming more popular.
Yes.
We're seeing more and more clients request it.
Absolutely.
And Jasmine and I have both now officially been. So therefore, we need to tell you guys the tea. Yes. So this is our destination review episode all about St. Martin. But before we jump into all of that good stuff, a little bit of goddess smell from our inbox to yours. What's happening in the world of travel, Jazz?
Yes. So this one was very interesting. So a creator went on a trip to DR, to Punta Cana, and she fell a victim of a scam. So if you haven't been to Punta Cana's airport, PUJ, they require you to complete an e-ticket to board your flight to get into Punta Cana and to board your flight to leave Punta Cana. So the e-ticket basically is just you filling out your information, your personal information, where you're staying, your flight information, all of that. So it's in the system. So they know that you are a tourist,
right.
a visitor.
Right. Kind of like an e-ticket immigration form type of thing.
Exactly. And that's not a requirement for every country, but it is a requirement for, like, you can't get on a flight if you don't complete it.
Correct.
So airlines will tell you when you book your flight, like at check-in, make sure you complete this. You want to do it before you get to the boarding gate. It's a big thing. So this young lady got scammed. So she completed the e-ticket on a form that charged her, I believe,
$104.
Yeah, like $104 USD after taxes or whatever the charges were. It's miscellaneous charge.
Crazy.
It's free. So we are here to say that the e-ticket to enter into Punta Cana is $0.
Zero.
It is free. But they do have those links. Same thing with other countries in their immigration forms where you have those ads that come up at the top that might be the first thing you see, but you see it say sponsor or it says ad or it says something that's not legit. And it takes you to a form or a website that looks similar to the real one.
Yeah.
And they're charging you to complete it, which is not realistic.
Number one, it was definitely an eye-opening realization, if you will. Well, eye-opening and realization, the same thing. But nevertheless, I was shocked. I was just like, wait a minute. Because, again, you and I, we travel so much. We know the ins and outs. We do this podcast, so hopefully you guys can keep knowing the ins and outs. But the reality of it is many people do not.
No.
And, when I was watching the video, she was talking about how she was doing it on her way to the airport because she forgot.
She was frantic,
and
trying to do the right thing.
In a haste, and not paying attention to it. And following the link that, her friend shared, which probably was just a link to the Google.
Yes, the
page.
first link on a Google or whatever.
And ended up, getting rerouted to this website, paying someone via Cash App, and then getting scammed.
Yeah.
Still having to go back to the real website because you still need to complete your e-ticket because you can't get on your flight without it.
Yeah.
But it's just a matter of doing your due diligence. That's why I heavily, heavily, heavily tell people, and we'll link it in the show notes, the Sherpa, American Airlines Sherpa website. That website is legit. It's constantly updated. It was introduced during COVID times as a means to know all the entry requirements and the resources that are necessary for every destination around the globe, whether you're and where you're traveling from and to. That website is always going to link you to the legit places that you need to complete these forms.
Yes, because it's a thing. I feel like for every single immigration form or e-ticket or any type of entry ticket or things that's associated with travel, there is a scam associated with it.
Absolutely.
And it is probably a direct replica of whatever it is. And they just layer in, like you said, send me this money via Cash App or PayPal or whatever. But yeah, so make sure that you're doing your research, doing your due diligence, and, making time to do that stuff while you have time to be on a computer, because it does get very anxious when you're in the airport, even whether somebody trying to scam you or you legit trying to get the information. It's a lot to do at the gate.
And I've even seen it where, because y'all know I be last minute everything all the time. Sometimes it's a little more challenging trying to complete those forms on your mobile device than it is on your computer.
Absolutely.
So I'd highly recommend trying to doing it on your computer, downloading whatever the ticket is that they provide at the completion of the form, and or taking a screenshot and having it on your device. But it is sometimes a little even just trickier doing it on your mobile device.
Absolutely. That website is tricky. And I mean, obviously I would suggest doing it from the desktop, but I would just say do it in advance, because and do your departure while you're do it all in one. You have the option to complete both at the same time, because the service isn't guaranteed in PUJ. So once you get to the airport, if you are a last minute person like me and Tosh, when you get to the airport, you might not have the best service. Everybody in there trying to fill out the form, and now they're calling your group, and you're like, oh, I got to put this in. They're not going to wait. They literally have to look at it and scan that barcode before you board.
That happened to me.
They're not going to say, oh, you can get on the plane and then complete it. It's like, no, you actually cannot get on the plane until you're done that. So take your time or don't.
Yes. And if there's overhead bin left for you, maybe.
So don't be that person who now you're missing your flight because you ain't had no Wi-Fi.
And the last thing I'll say before we move on is also check the URL. A lot of times it'll be a .gov or a .dr or .mx for Mexico. Look at the URL. It's not always, sometimes I would just say that a .com might be a red flag.
Absolutely.
Not always, but again, those are the types of things that you can do your due diligence and make sure that you're avoiding scams as best as possible.
Yeah, because it's not a business. It's a government form. So it's not like it's a company who has to issue these forms. It is the Dominican Republic. So, but yeah, that was just very insightful, like you said, because I'm like, she's actually a traveler, you know, and it's like, here you are trying to do the right thing, and they done took $100 of your vacation money.
Jeez. And we already know the vacation money. You already did pay $1,000 last
dinner,
week for all your services before you
my dinner money. Oh my God,
y'all done stole my dinner money. She probably about to go do dinner in the sky. Now y'all took her coins.
Come on.
Poor thing. I felt bad.
Yeah, I felt so bad. I had to comment. I'm like, oh man.
Yeah, but just do your due diligence, guys. Do not be a victim of travel scams, or more importantly, book your travel with us, and then we'll make sure that the due diligence is done,
because we send the right link
for you. Because what are we talking about? With that said,
St. Maarten.
Let's go to St. Maarten.
Oh my gosh.
It's funny because when I got there, I realized, yes, some people say St. Maarten and some people say St. Maarten. And I think it's just a matter of the Dutch side versus the French side. So I'm just going to act like I'm French. St. Maarten.
I like St. Maarten. I like the St. Maarten side. I mean, both sides are lit, though.
Very true. And we are going to go into why, because definitely different vibes.
Different vibes
on
for sure.
either side of the island. So our destination review on St. Martin. Let's get into it.
It's your girls of Travel Fly Sexy.
Before we jump into today's episode, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to us on YouTube and listen wherever you get your podcasts.
And make sure that you're following us on Instagram and TikTok at Travel Fly Sexy.
And of course, if you have a product or service that you'd like to see featured on an upcoming episode of Travel Fly Sexy, shoot us an email at info@travelflysexy.com.
Now let's get back into the episode.
First things first, how to get there.
Yeah.
And that's an important topic because there's not a lot of nonstops to St. Martin.
I don't think I've seen any, honestly. I mean, unless you're flying out of Miami.
Or JFK.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because I want to say JFK has nonstops. But 9 times out of 10, if you're flying to St. Martin, you're stopping somewhere.
Yeah.
Mostly Miami. Where did I stop?
Atlanta, I think, is also a connector.
Yes. Oh, yeah. You're right. Yep. Atlanta. Where did I stop? I really don't remember because I flew out of Atlanta, but I stopped somewhere. I think I might have stopped in Fort Lauderdale. I think it was Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale's another connector.
Yeah. But definitely, because I know a lot of people love their little nonstops or their straight flights.
I literally just had this conversation with someone. They're like, "Can you send me St. Martin with nonstop?" And I'm like, "No."
Straight like
so
that.
So do you want to see St. Martin, or because sometimes I respect that if nonstop is your selling point and you are not going to budge, like I get that, especially you're traveling with family, kids, we just want to get there.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it might not make sense for me to even quote you in St. Martin with that request. So we kind of had a little further conversation. She's like, okay, we'll see the layovers. I'm like, I'm just like, you got a layover.
You do. But it's like, it's beneficial coming back, I suppose, because, you can get through customs and you can do everything. I always tell people, if you're coming back from international travel and you have a layover, do not book a layover that's less than 2 hours.
Oh, yeah.
Because you need that time.
You need that time to get through customs.
You need that time.
Sure.
Yeah, but the routes are rather easy and they're not, and as far as I've seen, they're not significant layover times in the routes. So, you'll get there and you'll still be able to enjoy the island at a fairly early
afternoon.
Yeah, early afternoon
Definitely.
type of time. And it's easy. Now, price point wise, it could be up there.
For sure.
It could be up there. The flights to St. Martin, it's like, do y'all want me to come here?
I think they've gotten so excited that so many people want to come. So they was like, because I'm like, these flights are high.
High AF. Like,
yeah.
What's going on? And like, they don't let up.
Yeah. And even with that being said, if St. Martin is on your travel list, you probably do want to plan ahead. It's definitely not a last minute destination. I think we both can speak from experience where it's like, if it's under 3 months, it's like, I don't know if I can make it.
Yeah.
And if I do, I am going to have to bite the bullet and spend
the coin. Yeah. I literally just had a client book within 30 days for he and his wife. And they spent
they had to pay what they had to pay.
They spent it. They spent almost $7,000 for 2 people for a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of it, like you said, the bulk of it is the flight.
Yeah, it was intense.
Yeah.
Now, granted, with that one, a lot of the cost also was they had to have the all-inclusive.
Okay. Ocean Point.
Yeah. So we talked about that in a previous episode where the St. Martin is definitely a destination where you don't have to do the all-inclusive.
Just had that conversation yesterday. Not a requirement.
Clearly, the people want to go to St. Martin. Jasmine's having all the St. Martin conversations.
Yeah. But me, I also will start referring people to places that I've been in
loved. Yes.
So I'm like, what about St. Martin? Like, because it's such a good destination.
Absolutely. So. But to that point, let's talk about where you can stay on the island once you've gotten there by way of your nonstop or your non-nonstop.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Right, because
the properties in St. Martin are something to talk about.
Yes.
I mean, and most of them are all-inclusive properties, but they are beautiful properties. They have a lot to offer when it comes to amenities. First on our list is my favorite property on the island.
She has been talking about it all the time.
It's so gorgeous. Oh my God. It's breathtaking. The Morgan.
Yes. The Morgan.
gorgeous property. I know
Gorgeous,
y'all know.
gorgeous girl.
If y'all looked into St. Martin, y'all know the Morgan. Like the
Yes.
views, the pool area, the aesthetics of the rooms,
Modern.
Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. And it has like a very serene feeling to it, like very clean. The spa there is really nice.
Yeah. And it's right there on Maho Beach.
Right there,
so you get, if you want to get that airplane flying over you photo on the beach.
Just walk right out.
You walk right out of your hotel. You're right there.
Yep.
Yeah. And it's a great option. It's in a great location. So we talked about it before. We're in Maho. That area has just so much to
Restaurants,
offer.
bars, a casino. There's plenty of things to do that's walking distance from the Morgan.
Yeah. Another property, obviously, would be the Sonesta properties, which are, 2 of the 3 all-inclusive on the island, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
So Sonesta Maho Beach and Sonesta Ocean Point. Ocean Point being the adults only, but both of them are all-inclusive. Again, because there's few all-inclusive on the island, you're going to pay what you weigh.
Absolutely.
Because the options are limited. So
especially at the Ocean Point, because that's their number one. Like, so that's like the top. It's adults only, so we know that that's going to cost you more. But the experience at the Ocean Point is worth that coin. I tell you that. It is a great experience. It's not only the all-inclusive, but just everything that they have to offer from the service is well worth it. Maho Beach, not so much. But you are right on Maho Beach.
Yeah.
So that was the selling point for me. Like, if you are going to St. Martin to get that picture and be on a beach and time it, what time the flight's leaving.
Yes.
You pull up the little, because I was like on my phone at 8 a.m. like, what time do they land?
Yes.
So the Sonesta Maho Beach is literally on Maho Beach. So you don't have to go anywhere. You just walk out. And Ocean Point's obviously right next door, so just a few steps away from Maho Beach. But the all-inclusive aspect, like we spoke about on previous episodes, is not
it's not necessary. Yeah. Because you should go off the property and experience the culinary
You're across
vibes
the street from everything.
Yeah.
Like, you walk out the Sonesta Maho Beach and there is literally a strip. Like, you're on the strip. So
with some good restaurants.
Yeah. Interesting location for an all-inclusive, honestly.
Yeah, like right in the city almost.
Like, why'd you guys put it right next to all this other stuff?
Yeah. it's definitely like if you put the basketball arena like this smack in the city.
Like, interesting. Yeah.
Which is fine.
But great location and great resorts.
Yeah. Yeah, y'all, they listed on here, but you really don't need to.
And again, you'll see the difference. Like, I mean, the Morgan is another one that has a price tag on it because it's a gorgeous property. So like 10 out of 10. But they also have an on-property restaurant, on-property spa, so a lot of amenities that they offer. So again, you get what you pay for.
Yep.
But leaning into some of the hotels that aren't all inclusive, but still have beautiful aesthetics and a lot to offer. Like the JW Marriott.
Yes. That property.
Yeah, another breathtaking property.
Oh my goodness. It is beautiful. It's brand new. It just opened this year.
Yep.
Completely renovated.
So nice.
And the rooms are huge. It's like, it almost is giving like one of those all suite properties. The hallways are huge. Like, everything is just big.
Yeah.
The restaurants throughout the property, absolutely, just the options, but also like the chef at the property is like a world-renowned chef.
Period.
Decorated with lots of awards. Like the bartender, same thing at the lobby bar, decorated with awards. So like they've really gone
and
all
curated
out
a good experience
for the experience at this property, in addition to the actual aesthetics.
Yeah. And it's a Marriott. So you also have that comfort of the brand security.
Exactly.
We talk about safety. We talk about, your points, your perks, all of that. So it's a Marriott.
Yeah, they definitely nail it. Now, I will say they have an opportunity with the beach, because their beach is definitely more of a seaweed beach. And if you've been to St. Martin, the beaches are stunning.
Gorgeous,
there.
yeah.
So this one doesn't have that like white sand, gorgeous kind of beach feel. It still has a beach. But hopefully that's something that they'll work towards. But everything else there is fantastic. Yeah. And it's a little further up. What is that? I don't know if that's north or west or east or south. But
yeah,
I would say it's probably about half an hour from the airport.
From the airport, yeah. Oh, good point. The Morgan and both Sonestas are literally 5 minutes from the airport.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally 5 minutes from the airport.
Yeah.
I could have walked.
I could have walked. It's crazy.
Like, I could just take my suitcase over there.
Now just dragging the suitcase down the strip. Like, I could have walked.
Exactly.
And then last but certainly not least on our list is the Oyster Bay Beach Resort.
Yes.
And this one is great for families.
I was just about to say perfect family property. I had a family
friendly.
go there. It was maybe like 6 of them.
Mm-hmm.
They had the kids, teen, like they loved it.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Yeah, because the property itself is the rooms are like kind of like small villas.
Mm-hmm.
So they have kitchens and living rooms and dining rooms and
full amenities.
Full amenities within your accommodations. So that's why it's like great for those families
they loved it. Absolutely.
I'm gonna cook, or I'm gonna hang out, or we're gonna eat, or whatever we're gonna do.
And even just having that much space, like you said, to where
Exactly.
it's like I can go here, you can go there. Like we're not on top of each other. Like where you know, you're in a hotel room. You're like, okay, we gotta get out of here. All we can do in here is sleep because it's nothing but beds in here. So it's definitely not that. It's given.
Yes.
We can move around, and the property is beautiful. You can enjoy the property as well.
Yeah, and that one has a nice beach as well. And the staff there is really great. Staff is great.
The whole staff in St. Martin, like
Yes, everyone loves their job in St.
they
Martin.
are so nice. I'm like, I love
Everybody
y'all.
loves their job in St.
They are
Martin.
so nice. Like, live performances at dinner.
Yes.
And just like,
Yes,
I love it here.
Yeah, definitely. It's vibe. The island is curated around vibes.
The energy is so good.
Yes. That's why I feel like people keep coming back.
Yeah.
Like St. Martin is one of those destinations that you have your repeat clients, you have your repeat offenders, if you will, because you see people, like even when I was at Oyster Bay, like you could tell there were people there that come every year.
And that's another thing. I think Oyster Bay has that they attract that reoccurring client.
Yes.
Like, you know, those repeat clients are like, I'm coming back next year to this same property with the family.
Yes.
And St. Martin is becoming that place where people are like, this is like, oh, I can come here every year, like Jamaica.
Yeah. And
which we love for
different
them.
every time.
Yeah.
Yep, for sure. Getting around.
Yeah.
Jasmine said she could walk, but no.
Yeah. I mean, from the airport to the Sonesta, but other than that, you won't need a ride.
Yeah. But I mean, to your point about walking though, that if you are staying in the Maho area,
Absolutely.
you can definitely walk.
You
can
don't
walk
have to
that
leave.
strip.
You could just be in that strip.
Yeah. And it's easy. Like you said, it's everything you need is there. Casinos, restaurants,
Literally.
bars,
Strip club.
like everything.
They got everything.
They do. Cigar bar, like
Hookah lounges.
Yes.
Like they have everything.
And it's, again, walking distance. So you can easily do that in addition to being able to walk to Maho Beach
Definitely.
and get those pictures that everyone is like, I got to do when I come to St. Martin.
Yeah.
But also, you could rent a car.
Definitely. And St. Martin's a place I would say you can rent a car.
You definitely
I don't
can.
usually suggest that
No, me either, but
in certain countries, but it is definitely a place you go rent a car, get around, and drop the car off easily.
Yeah, the people drive regularly. Like, no one's trying to run you off the road like in some other countries.
Yes.
And also, they drive on the, left side or the regular side.
It's regular, yeah.
That we drive as well. So then you're not having to worry about navigating that either.
Exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, it's definitely a place where you can rent a car.
Yeah.
And you might want to, because you, like I said, you're just going to be moving around and enjoying your time.
And you have both sides. So you want to get to go to both the French and the Dutch side. So you want to experience both. But like we said, you definitely can walk in Maho. There are taxis available at pretty fair prices. And you also can make, arrangements to get a driver
Right.
At a pretty reasonable price as well, to where they
sure.
will come pick you up at your property, take you to wherever you want, and, move around like that, because that's what we did, and it worked out pretty well.
And I usually say having a driver just makes life easier.
Absolutely, because you never know what you want to do or where you want to go.
And they also can add to the experience because it's
For
their
sure.
island.
For
so
sure.
if you don't know what you want to do or where you want to go, they'll give you those suggestions. Or, they just can kind of see what type time you're on and then help to make your experience a little
Absolutely.
bit elevated from there. Like our driver was like, we were coming back from our dinner, and he pulled over to the side of the road. He was just like, "This is my favorite local bar that I go to all the time. Let's pop in here and get some shots."
Exactly.
Like, and that was just such an elevated little random moment in the evening.
People in St. Martin are so nice.
They literally love their life
to go back, and I'm very upset that I'm not. But yeah, getting around is very easy.
Yes, that's for sure. And of course, Jasmine and I and our team of travel advisors have those amazing contacts.
For sure.
So we can just be like, hey, Nell, let's look at these people outside.
Yeah, I was going to do some shout outs, but I'm like, not going to shout them out so y'all can contact us and we'll make the arrangements. You're not going to go around me.
You're not going to go around me. Period.
But yeah, it is very easy to commute, and I would suggest doing a driver, honestly. It just makes it easier.
And very reasonable.
Yeah, because you're going to be in and out with them taxis. It's so much to do. So they also have the ATVs that you could rent an ATV, and they do like an ATV tour where you literally do the whole island.
Yes.
So it's like you take the ATV and drive around the whole island.
And they do the same for the Jeep as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So commutable.
Lots of different ways, yes, to make it worth your while.
Yeah. Next is our favorite. Yeah. Food and drinks. Oh my God. The food in St. Martin. Did you go to, it was like was it a barbecue place?
I don't think we did barbecue.
It's like a roadside, I want to say barbecue place, but it's like a very famous place in St. Martin. I'll make sure to put it in the show notes. But so good.
See, yeah, the everything. Oh wait, was that on the French side?
I don't remember.
Okay, because I
think it was the Dutch side. I do think it was. I don't remember. Put it in the
Great.
show notes. I gotta go back.
Right, but yes, we had some really great dining experiences
so good.
in St. Martin, and y'all know we love food, so we gonna tell you if it was like meh, but no,
the
baby,
flavor is authentic. It is so good,
baby. You need to if you go to the island for nothing else, you go for the culinary experience.
Oh yeah,
it is 100% a culinary destination. I feel confident in saying that. Definitely. Your taste buds will thank you later.
Yeah.
A couple of restaurants to consider when you visit Tortuga, which is a restaurant right on Maho Beach between between Sonesta and the Morgan. So the views at this restaurant,
so good.
just the way the white sand hits those blue waters, next level. And then the food, the seafood, the burgers, like it's kind of like an American flair. I feel like I don't think they specify like seafood house versus da-da-da. It's just American flair, but maybe the lobster BLT.
Come on, lobster BLT. That sounds so good.
Baby.
With views, like lobster BLT, beachside with views.
I will be back.
Like what I need right now.
Yes, I will be back. And of course, the service as well. Yeah. And you know what? Not for nothing, Wi-Fi. Because that's another thing. Like, everybody don't have Wi-Fi, so I point that out nowadays, too.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, y'all got Wi-Fi? Will you sit down?
Oh, yeah, because the barbecue spot did not have Wi-Fi.
See?
It very much was like we outside with our family. Like, it was just super cozy. It was like picnic-style tables, but some of the best food. Yeah, I cannot think of the name, and it's bothering me so bad, but whatever. We'll put it in the show notes because that food was so good. It's worth talking about.
Yes.
The Bamboo House.
Yes.
Another great restaurant in St. Martin. St. Martin has so many good restaurants.
Yeah. And Bamboo House is like an experience.
Absolutely. That's like the experience, the aesthetic.
Yes.
I know we love a good experience.
Absolutely. And it's Asian fusion. So if you like that type of food, this is where you want to be. But also, even if you don't love that type of food, but you love great vibes and fantastic
you can find
drinks,
something you'll like.
You still need to be here. Yes. So Bamboo House is located like at the top of a cliff. So you basically like park down at the bottom in a parking lot, and then the shuttle comes,
takes you up,
and takes you up, and then you get to the top, and you're like, where am I? So they've transformed this space into just a magical little nook on the island, and it's amazing.
Cliffside is so nice.
It's beautiful, and especially in the evening or just catching the sunset and going into the evening. And then I discovered that they're not just a restaurant. So they have a rum bar in like the basement, which is like a rum cigar lounge.
Oh, cute.
Yes.
We love
and
that.
Then they also had a wine cellar. Yes, where they could do full wine
full
tasting.
experience.
It's a full experience. So I was like, it's not even just the restaurant.
I love it.
Even though the restaurant was amazing. And
Yeah.
the bar at the restaurant. Child, Bamboo House.
Yeah. Another place that we didn't even put on here, honorable mention, in the Maho Strip, they have a 𝗓𝒐.
Mr. Chow. Yes.
Yeah. So if you're looking for something that you're familiar with, that is also available.
Yeah.
Literally right across the street from the Sonesta. And it's a bunch of other local restaurants in that little plaza-like area. I don't know what you would call it.
Yeah, Mr. Chow.
Yeah.
Mr. Chow's definitely
Like,
across the street.
Mr. Chow.
Yes.
I saw that and was like,
Okay, Mr. Chow. And then another one. Obviously, guys, there's tons of restaurants, but we
So
just kind of
many.
picked out a few so that you guys can add them to your itinerary. But last but not least, Ocean Lounge. So this is a seafood restaurant that is located inside the Holland House.
Yeah.
In the Philipsburg section of the island, of the Dutch side of the island. And again, like, oh my gosh, what's going on
The
in St.
flavor
Martin?
of the food in St. Martin.
The flavor.
It's the flavor. Like, 'cause it's very simple dishes. Like, a lot of the time the dishes are very simple, but the flavor, it just,
Yeah, like
y'all know how to season.
they
That's
know
what it
how to
is.
season.
That's what it is.
They know how to season. Like everything is like, okay, I see what you did there.
Simple dish.
All right,
elevated.
see what you did there. Like,
Yeah,
I had at Ocean Lounge, I had a truffle shrimp fettuccine. Baby.
simple, perfect. And they do seafood very well in St. Martin.
Very. So this is a must visit seafood restaurant if that is your thing. Because we know we got the pescatarians and the vegetarians and all them people out there.
They do seafood well.
Very well.
Like all of the seafood. I'm like, now I'm thinking about curry shrimp. I don't even know where I had these curry shrimp, but they were great. Somewhere on that island.
Not somewhere on that island.
I'm like, so many good restaurants. I'm like, everywhere is I can just think of the flavor.
Yeah.
So,
amazing. Yes. So
if
again,
you don't do nothing in St. Martin, you're going to eat. Okay.
Eat. And eat some more and don't feel bad about it.
No. When the next time you're going to be in St. Martin?
Right. Things to do and experience as we're talking about food, because food is an experience. Let me be clear.
The restaurants are, even those few restaurants, they are experiences in themselves. Like, even if you're not just eating, you're just going for cocktails and the views.
Yes. Because
still worth going to all of those places just as things to do. If you're doing all-inclusive and you just want to get some vibes, go get a drink at the Bamboo House or the Ocean Lounge. You know, you don't have to even eat there. Just get the experience.
Yeah, because the Ocean Lounge is right on the beach. And you can just
still a vibe
onto the beach from the restaurant. The sunset was one of those purple sunsets, which,
God.
girl.
Yeah, the sunset.
Yes.
St. Martin. Things to do. There is a lot to do. Obviously, we're talking about eating, and the aesthetics of just being on the beach is enough in itself. But there's so much St. Martin has to offer, from culture to vibes, turn up. One of my favorite things when I went was Lottery Farm.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Oh my God, Tasha's going to experience that soon, and I'm excited. It's so funny because I keep saying I just was talking about this, but I've been talking about St. Martin a lot this summer. I'm not joking. So I just was mentioning this to a client trying to sell them on it. I'm like, Lottery Farm is so lit. And I'm like, if you catch them in the summer seasons, before they kind of go into their more slower season, it's parties. It's like hundreds of people. There's pools, there's food, there's bottle service, there's drinks. Like, the vibes is vibing. But it's also just like a nature park. So it's a great place to go. Like, even if you go during a weekday, just to get pictures, to get a cabana, to chill, to get cocktails, to get small bites.
Yep.
However you want to have it. You know, you want to do a chill day at Lottery Farm, cute, get some pictures. That's fine. Or you want to get super lit and go on a weekend and it be 60,000 people there.
Not 60,000 people.
That's how it felt.
That's
and
how
I
it
honestly
felt.
don't feel like I'm exaggerating.
It was not 60,000 people. 60,000 people fit in a basketball arena.
That's how many people it felt like. I'm telling you, it was lit. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
It was lit.
60,000 people at Lottery Farm.
Choose your days wisely.
Right. Weekday for me it is.
But it's a vibe.
Yes. I highly recommend Lottery Farm.
Absolutely.
I've been researching it up and down, and I'll be going on my upcoming second trip to St. Martin, and I can't wait because Jasmine said it is that girl.
It is a vibe. And cute. We love a cute place, you know?
Very
like
cute.
Like even, again, if you just want to chill and go and just have a good like day at the pool and getting some
bottle
views.
service, some champagne,
It's cute. It's cute.
The vibes. And you can make reservations in advance.
Absolutely. And very much suggested, especially in the, summer seasons, because they do have a schedule of events. So whether it's a party or something going on, you want to make sure that you check around the schedule and make your reservations. If you want, definitely suggest getting like a cabana or some type of seating section so you can get service and things, but definitely check them out.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
Another option for beer lovers is XXM beer.
That sounds so kinky.
XXS.
You see, I avoided that airport code.
M is the airport code, guys. SXM. Lord. But nevertheless, this is the local beer for the island. Child.
Now she's thinking about it. Like,
I am, and now I'm stumbling.
St. Martin beer.
There you go. Anyways, this is the local beer to the island, but which also a what do you call it? A distillery? Is that what they're called?
I think it's something different when it's
not.
beer.
It is, and I can't think of what it's called.
We know what you're talking about. Where they make the beer.
I know, and I'm mad at myself. Like,
it's
I know
not
what
a distillery,
it's called.
but it's the distillery of the beer.
Yeah, that's making me.
Ricky, what is it?
What is it?
Brewery. Yeah,
no,
I think it is a brewery.
No, because it's not. Anyways, it's where they make the beer. I don't know why I'm blanking on the name of the word, but whatever.
The process of it, yeah. It's like now I'm like visualizing it and whatever.
With the big old thing. Anyways, with that said, you can go here and you can take tours do the full experience of the beer making process, also while having a beer, and also they do island tours as well in addition to it. So you can like kind of stop at different places on the island where their beers are sold. Yeah, so it's it's a fun way to just do something different. Get a few brews included in your tour for the day. Yeah. And if you're into, again, the beer making process or just, into craft beers, it's neat. What I enjoyed the most was that they have some seasonal brews where they infuse fruit that you would not think would be in a beer. Like a mango brew, like beer. They had like a passion fruit. They had a lychee.
That's something like I'm actually into that maybe.
Yes. And I was like, this is really good. Yeah. Very different. So light and so fun. So yeah, maybe worth, just considering SXM beer.
I'm dead. I'm not a beer girl, but I did have one of their signature blonde ales, and it was good. Yes, with the cute like blonde girl on it.
The cute blonde girl.
That's how you'll recognize the bottle. But yeah, it was actually really good. And again, I'm not a beer girl. The Flying Dutchman, is that the same thing that I'm thinking of? You tell me about the Flying Dutchman.
Yeah, the Flying Dutchman was.
I think I'm getting it mixed up.
The chair lift.
Okay, yes.
That goes up to the top.
Mixed up with something.
And the zip line down. Yes. What were you thinking?
There is a place on I want to say Dutch side that makes like Dutch cakes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. But no, this is an attraction.
This is an experience. I didn't do this.
Yeah, but this was neat. Yeah. This was neat. So
you didn't zip line back down according to your
story. Again, let me tell y'all what y'all need to know. Please look up the days that cruise ships come in.
I was literally thinking as we're talking about the experiences and activities, your competition is cruise ships.
Yes. So find out when the cruise ships come in and don't do activities that day. They come in a mass, Make that your beach day.
Absolutely.
Because
great point.
That will determine how long or short, how easy or hard your ability to experience these things are.
Yeah, because those cruise ships come in and they drop off hundreds of people,
Yes.
and that like they are just here to do excursions, you
That
know.
day.
So you are competing with hundreds of people depending on the activities you want to do.
Precisely. So
Definitely.
the day I did the flying and went to the Flying Dutchman was a cruise ship day, and I was like,
I'm gonna sit this one out.
this was silly, because the lines were long to get on the chairlift. So you take a chairlift up to the top, and it's beautiful. It's scenic. So you're looking and you're seeing 360 views of the island of St. Martin while you're just gliding up to the top of this cliff, which is fine. But the line for that it was one line, but they had two separate entries kind of thing. So basically a orange band and a purple band. So purple bands were people that were on the cruise ship.
Got it. And
So-
they get prioritized.
Exactly. So they got priority because obviously they're on a time limit. And so it wasn't like they had a VIP ticket or not.
No, they just
But
get
they just get
prioritized
priority.
based off of they have to get back on that boat at a certain time.
Precisely. So
Dang.
now you're like, all right, like if enough people keep coming up, you're like, all right, like
Yeah, no.
because the orange band.
What about me?
for people that were staying on the island? So
Said you're here. You got time.
yes, and I'm like, that's
I?
fine, right? Do I? But nevertheless, finally got on and went up to the top, and then you get up to the top. Child, you got to put your name down for
This is
the
crazy.
zip line. But
your name
again, it's hundreds of cruise people.
Putting your name on a
So,
list of zip line is crazy.
yeah, it was like it was included in the ticket, but after 45 minutes, I was like, I'm
I'ma
not
sit
doing
this one out.
I'm not doing it because I'm not waiting. But they had a bar up there, and
Nice.
it was great views up there, and
Yeah.
it was music and scenic. So it was like a little like rooftop lounge type
That's
of feel
cute.
to it
Okay.
while you're waiting. Which I feel like if you're about to zip line, I
You
don't
probably shouldn't
know.
be drinking, but
But
Vibes.
here we were, and it was a full bar too, like all the
shots before zip line and go crazy.
all
But
the
can't say I
good
haven't done it
things.
before.
Sounds like something you would
Yeah,
do.
I'm like, now that I think about it, probably did that before.
Yes. But yeah, so my pro tip, honestly, with any island, but especially St. Martin, check the cruise
Check
ship
the cruise
days.
ships for sure. Yeah, no, that's a great point because even the beaches can be super depending on where you're staying, what beach you're at. The beaches can be super busy. And even this next thing we're talking about, as far as the boat tours,
Yes.
they can be pretty occupied because the beaches are busy when the cruises come in. But that's another great thing to do is the full island snorkeling excursion.
Yes.
Again, the water in St. Martin.
Oh
is
my
just,
goodness.
like unreal.
Literally unreal. I'm like, I've been to a lot of islands.
It's unreal.
And that water is like, wow. And I actually got in I was giving a Little Mermaid a little bit, y'all. Because I usually be like, I'm going to just
Sit on the boat.
I'll sit on the boat.
Very much me.
Pour me my rum punch. I'll cheer you guys on and I'll take your photos.
How was
but
the snorkeling?
I had so much fun.
Really?
I was like, oh, look at me.
I'd be like, look at them out there looking at fish.
That was me. It was me. And I was like, it was just so much fun. I don't know what compelled me to just be like, get in this water, but
well, the water is.
I was gonna say it looked beautiful.
I got in the water in St. Martin.
I was like, it looks
and
so
I don't even get in the water.
You don't even like water.
I got in the water in St. Martin, like in the ocean. I
Yes.
said, wow, but that water really draws you in.
Yes. And so
Like,
that's what happened.
You feel safe. I felt safe. I felt like I could see.
Yep. Because it was so clear.
I was like, I know what's going on. I can see.
I know what's going on. I can see those little fishies.
Yeah, the water is very inviting because that's true. I'm thinking about it. I hate the ocean.
You
I
do.
actually was in the ocean a lot in St. Martin.
Yes.
When we did our boat tour, I literally was in the ocean.
Yeah.
Wow.
Love that for you.
Yeah, me too. I'm like, wow. Because I'm like, actually, I'm a rum punch on a boat kind of girl too. Then I'm like, wait, I was in the ocean. I was on that little bed thing. I had my, proud of me. But that tells you about the water being so inviting because y'all know me. I'm not getting in the water.
No, that's why I'm shocked to hear you say this
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, I am too. As you're saying, I'm like, wait, I got in the water
I am
too,
too.
actually. What is that Saint? What's in that St. Martin water? 'Cause
Right.
draw you right in.
Speaking to your soul.
Literally. So that's a must.
Yes, it is. And also, you might if you're interested, they have some of the tours will stop at that underwater sculpture park.
Oh yeah, yep, that's so cool.
If you're interested in that, then make sure that you select a tour that includes that, and it's like just all these sculptures underwater.
That's where you lost me though.
Creepy, but
yeah, I ain't doing all that.
But if you're interested in it, it's there.
Yeah, it's cool. I've seen people do like YouTubes and stuff, like, but I'm just like, no, I got in. I ain't going under. Now. Relax.
Now relax.
Slow down. Chill out. But they also have booze cruise options. So if you don't want to snorkel, you don't want to get in the ocean, or if you want the option of both, they have the booze cruises with great alcohol options, lunch options on the water, and a bunch of different snorkeling, swimming, docking options to enjoy.
This one docked like a few times.
Yeah,
the one that we did.
And they have like an area where a bunch of boats just dock and chill. Or it's like a little, like not party area, but like a meetup area. That's so And
that was cool. And the water there was like really, really shallow, so you could literally like be docked all the way out here.
That's probably where I got in the water.
And then walk all all the way to the beach. So that was
now I said
too.
Y'all taking it too far. I'm not going over there. How am I get my phone over there?
It was shallow. Literally, it was up to like your kneecap.
I thought about it, but I was like, a little too far.
I know. Yeah, I left my phone on board too. But the water. Please get in the water.
You have to.
Please get in the water, especially because we're telling you neither one of us usually be in the water.
Now, if I didn't got in it, you got to get
I know. You have a better chance of me getting in the water than Jasmine.
For sure.
Absolutely.
So, St. Martin's one of the only countries that has gotten me in the ocean. So shout out to them.
Shout out to them, then. Any other must-do see experiences for this?
I guess while we're talking about boats, if we have the snorkeling option, the booze cruise option, there is also a sailing experience where you can, if you're with a group or if you join with another group, you all control the boat and you sail the boat. So everybody kind of takes different roles and you're responsible for sailing a boat and stuff. So if you're looking for like an interactive experience and if you're into stuff like that, I was a little scared, but I did it. Everyone like on the boat will take a role and the team will ultimately become the crew. And it's fun. And they got beer. You probably shouldn't be getting drunk while you're, in experience. But
personally feel like you can do whatever.
I was
with
scared.
Alcohol.
I said, they got us drinking and driving the boat.
Obviously, it's tried and true. Like, they're not going to do it if they didn't already, figure out that it's okay.
We made it.
It's probably just a little 4.5%er, like little light pale ale.
Yeah. A lot of pale ale in St. Martin. And I'm not even a beer girl. I'm like, a lot of blonde ale, pale ale.
You was all right.
Yeah, pretty good.
But also, before we move on, St. Martin is a neighboring island to so many other islands. So if you are visiting St. Martin, don't forget that you can take a 45-minute to 50-minute ferry ride and be at St. Bart's or in Anguilla or to Saba. All of those are within an hour distance on a ferry or within 10-minute distance on a flight.
Absolutely.
So you can elevate your experience and elevate your passport stamps.
Period.
Maybe not, because we talked about that before.
Yeah.
Go back and listen to previous episodes where I was like, what you mean? That's
Where's my passport stamp?
But they did stamp it.
I was about to say, did you get your stamp in St. Bart's?
Yes. Yes. But nevertheless, so you can do day trips to these neighboring islands, and now you can get even more for the value of that flight that you had to take anyway to get over there.
Okay. 2 for 1 because it feels like the price was very much 2 for 1. Exactly. So you might as well give me another destination in here.
Right.
That you actually owe me.
The flights to St. Martin and be like, baby, what?
Yeah. But that's a great point because you can get that 2 for 1. And they have excursions as well that do like day trips and they'll pick you up and get you there, do whatever, and then bring you back.
Yes, absolutely. So, So definitely consider day trips when you're visiting St. Martin.
If you got time, because there's so much to do in St. Martin.
It is.
Like,
it
I
really
needed
is.
more days.
I know. I squeezed that in.
I know. I was Very
Did
impressed.
Did you
very
read
impressed
how
by
I
that.
did it?
Yeah.
Who am I?
Yeah. Very impressed with that timeline.
I really tried it.
Yeah. But the content ate. So
thank you.
The
That's
job
really
was
why
done.
I did it.
Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do for the content. And I understand and respect that.
I did it. It was for y'all. It was for y'all.
So if you haven't seen Tasha St. Bart's day trip, tap in because she made it happen. So least you could do is like it.
Period. Thanks, Jazz. Always support it. Overall vibes and ratings for St. Martin.
10 out of 10. Come on.
Highly recommend.
Highly. I mean, how many times did I say? I just was saying that. I just like,
Yes.
I am like ranting and raving about St. Martin.
Yeah.
It's such a great experience. And I also think, like we discussed in the beginning, it's becoming a very popular destination. So I'm like, get it while you can, because I truly think, like you said, that price that your client spent, I think that's going to become a normal in, like, you know, the near future. Yeah. So I do think if St. Martin's on your list, or even if it's not on your list and this stuff got you considering it, start planning.
Yes.
Now.
Yeah.
While you can still get in there for under, you know, $1,500
per person. Yeah, you said it well earlier, where you said, you want to plan ahead.
Absolutely.
Like you said, this is a destination. Like, yeah, you could try the last minute, but the last minute is very much going to cost you. Even with the planning, going to cost you.
Absolutely. Yep.
So,
Yeah.
Plan ahead
For sure.
and of course, plan with us. Duh.
Period.
I would say I'm also going to give it a 10 out of 10.
Period.
But that's really for the food, y'all.
Yeah, the food.
There was not one dish, one morsel of anything that I was like, this is questionable. Everything ate, pun intended.
Yeah. The food was, even on the properties, like, you know, as we doing the site inspections and trying the different properties, it's like, lunch here was great. You know, like at the restaurants on the property, like the drinks and the food are great. In the restaurants, like, so good. I think they also have like culinary experiences where you can do like cooking classes and things.
You have to have it at the JW.
Yeah, I
and
would
then they
suggest
also have
trying
another
that as
place
well.
on the island as well. But the JW, yes, they have like private cooking classes and they have a whole room for it. And they know that this island is culinary forward.
They do.
They are very much aware of it and they're leaning into it. And my taste buds are thanking them for it.
So good.
And hopefully yours will too. Because
go.
if you didn't know, but now you know today, Jasmine and I are both a part of Travel Goddess International, which is a full-service travel agency that can assist with bringing your St. Martin dreams to life.
Yes. So not whether you want to go, when you want to go, reach out to us at travelgoddessintl.com and we're going to get you to St. Martin.
Okay? Because listen,
it's time.
We know how to do it. We know what is happening.
Yes.
We done told all our clients, and now we're telling you.
Yeah.
And of course, it's time for the travel deal of the week. And I had to do y'all right.
It's only right.
Had to do y'all right.
Only
all right. So the travel deal of the week is a 5-day, 4-night trip to St. Martin.
Come on.
You're welcome. This is going to be mid-October, Sunday to Thursday. And if I'm not mistaken, it's over that, like, I don't know, we still call it Columbus Day. What do we do? Nevertheless, it's over that holiday with round-trip flights via JetBlue from JFK nonstop.
Come on, nonstop.
Just talked about that.
Come on.
With 4-star resort accommodations at the JW Marriott St.
Newest
Martin.
property. Come on.
Brand new property, okay? So you're given luxury accommodations and modern. All of that, guys, $900 a person. And now we told you.
Yeah, that's something, like, honestly,
if
you listen to this episode, then you made it this far, you know
need to book it.
that is unbeatable.
Because low-key, that's the flight.
That's half the flight.
Because listen, Linda, I
Yeah.
done seen the flights with a comma.
Absolutely. Oh, 1,000%.
Like, St. Martin, why?
Yeah, 900 per person is great.
And this JW, y'all, I'm telling you,
you
will not be disappointed.
And a great location too.
It is
conveniently located.
Yes. Yeah. So 5 days, 4 nights in St. Martin, mid-October. So you can start planning now.
And that's
Get
still
your
soon.
deposit.
So that price for this soon for October, I mean, come on.
That's what I'm saying. 900 a person. Oh, yeah. Y'all need to do this. This is really good.
I might need to do this.
This is really good. Like,
checks calendar.
Listen, and this is how much I love y'all. This is a standard deal, so no membership is required.
Yeah, the fact that that's a standard deal is actually insane.
But y'all already know, for that little $9 a month, you should be a premium member.
Period.
So that you can unlock the exclusive deals. Because if you think this is good,
I was about to say, imagine who's on the other side.
Yeah, because we be doing it.
Come
on the
on.
other side, we be doing it. So if you're interested in this deal or the details of this deal, visit our website, travelgoddessintl.com. View the details, sign up for the membership if you want, all that good stuff, because you need to be in St. Martin.
Period.
And they definitely have brunch in St. Martin.
Yeah, they definitely do.
It's time to get brunchy.
Period. Dang, I'm like, do I have availability to go to that? I want to
Jasmine
check.
is really heavily considering.
This episode got me ready
So
to go
ready
back
to
to
go
St.
back to
Martin.
St. Martin, yeah.
So this week's brunch abroad, we are taking it to New York, Cove Restaurant.
Okay.
So this, instead of it being like a bottomless deal, this is more of a like brunch package, which I thought was different. So I thought that was cute.
Talk to me.
It is a appetizer, a brunch entree, and then a carafe-sized drink.
Okay.
For $50 per person.
Okay. So
entree and a carafe of a brunch cocktail. Okay. And I'm like, when I saw a drink, I was like, wait. But then I was like, a carafe?
I could do that.
I could do that.
Yes.
I like that. And the food looked great. Like, it definitely was like 4-star restaurant vibes. So Cove in New York. Got a cute little package. And it was just nice to mention a brunch package. Because I feel like we get sold on that bottomless or a la carte kind of thing. And I'm like, oh, cute little bundle deal.
Yeah, that's nice.
They start thinking different.
I like it. We love just elevated, interesting experiences.
Right. Love that.
Do you know like what area of New York?
I want to say Flatbush, but yeah, I be all over. And
we know. That's why I'm asking.
I be in Queens, I'm like,
yes,
it don't matter. I'm going to go.
Manhattan. She going to go.
I'm going to go. Ain't nothing but an Uber.
That's facts. Okay, Cove. Yeah, that's fun. Interesting. A package.
Yeah, like a cute little brunch package.
All right, so check the show notes if you're interested. You can follow the link and learn more. Last but not least, question of the day. I know, she just looked at it. Question of the day, Jasmine. And I actually do know that this is hard for Jasmine. So,
wow.
Question of the day. St. Martin or St. Lucia? Boo, boo, boo.
That's tough because I will say both had like, I wouldn't say similar experiences, but like both very great vibes when it comes to like cultural, hands-on experiences, the excursions, like, they both have a lot to offer in that regard.
Yes.
But also just like the experience is similar for how the island feels with like, you know, getting that to explore this side and that side and just
yeah, because they definitely
kind of
St. Lucia
similar,
has definitely different sides and all the
similar
feels
vibes when it comes
feels.
to like being on the island and in destination. But I'm gonna go St. Martin simply because St. Lucia is a little more calmer.
Okay.
Although it does have a nightlife, it's more of a like local nightlife. That's where it's like they'll hang out, they'll drink, you know, which, you know, St. Martin has. But St. Martin got the clubs, they got like the day parties. Yeah. So if you do want that option, you can go get you some hookah, get you some bottle service. So I'm going to go St. Martin just because sometimes your girl like to turn up. Just a smidge.
Y'all, don't let Jasmine fool you. A lot of times that girl like to turn up.
A little smidge. Bring out the sign, you know.
Bring out the sign.
a little sparkler
smidge.
action, you know.
A little smidge. Bring out the
St. Lucia
sign.
not giving that.
Oh, you're right. But I'm choosing St. Lucia. And again, I loved St. Martin.
Absolutely.
This is difficult for the both of us. But I'm choosing St. Lucia for the funny enough, the exact reason you didn't choose it.
That makes sense.
Because I love the R&R element of it while still being able to immerse myself in the culture and the experiences. Absolutely. And then kind of just go back at the end of the day, do a beautiful dinner, like listen to the ocean and vibe out with lovely accommodations. Like I love that about St. Lucia. And also the views, those pitons.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
in the background of everything is why you visit St. Lucia.
Dang, St. Lucia
is stunning. It's just a stunning, gorgeous island. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous girl.
Gorgeous girl.
Fun fact, it's the only island in the Caribbean named after a woman.
A woman, yes. That's why she's the baddest.
Bad. She's a baddie.
But St. Martin, he's a cutie too.
But baddie shot a clock.
Period. Tasha been watching baddies, y'all. We are making milestones.
I only know that
we
because
her
of
there,
you.
Okay. Baby steps.
Oh my gosh.
Next, I'm gonna have her watching Miss Netta and Charles.
I probably Miss Netta and Charles myself before baddies. It's a little easier for me. Nevertheless, which one are you guys choosing?
Yes,
St. Martin or St. Lucia? Drop it in the comments. Let us know. And of course, let us know why, because we love to be inspired as much as inspire.
Period.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the episode on YouTube and listen wherever you get your podcasts.
Yes, and continue to follow us, share, like on Instagram and TikTok at 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏
TFS, shoot us an email, info@𝗕𝗏𝗂𝒂𝒗𝒆𝒍.
Yes, and don't forget to browse our itineraries. We'll be sure to leave them in the show notes. So we have a bunch of destinations. I know you guys love these destination reviews. If you're looking for an itinerary for a vacation that you have coming up or to plan a vacation that you want to plan soon, visit the links in the show notes.
All right, guys, time for you to get to St. Martin.
Period.
And clearly time for us as well.
I might have to see you in October.
You never know. Until next time, guys. Bye.